do too. But there's definitely a level where it's
where it becomes unenjoyable, just
Totally.
pain. Should have gotten a haircut.
looking good.
Buddy's hair is a little wild.
So, yeah, who's our avatar client or who's our avatar right here as far as who we're talking to? Is this more like the millennial Gen Zer? Is that
Yeah,
who
I'd
we're
say young buyers.
young buyers?
Young buyers.
Yeah.
Because they're a little bit more malleable in the sense where, like, I make the recommendation, they follow it.
Yeah.
Like if I say, you need to go talk to John Major, you guys will
You're
totally
the
hit
authority.
it on. Correct, yeah. At least more so than I am with, some of these older clients that have done this a handful of times and they're like,
Totally.
hey, we got somebody that we work with often,
Right.
things like that.
But they see your value, so they're not going to not use you for that
Right.
piece. You're just not maybe controlling the whole process. Totally get that.
Yeah. And I can't argue with it doesn't feel right swaying somebody's opinion when it's not a huge deal necessarily.
Yeah.
Like that Scott guy, like the people that bought that listing, they're working with him. As much as I'd like to recommend somebody else, he had the
No.
pre-approval, he's ready.
We totally get that.
We worked with him 4 times, he's great.
Well, it's like, why would you want to rock the boat there where it's like,
Yeah, I don't want to, especially a higher net worth individual,
Yeah.
I'm not going to question them about
No.
that.
well, and that's something that's not talked about a ton, but it like just being hyper aware, just like active listening of where you can really
That's something
chime
that we
in
could touch
and
on
other
too. Is
times.
being active listeners, effective communicators, in order for a smooth transaction. How do we want to kick it off?
It's a great question. We don't need to introduce ourselves because then it's just a matter of. Well, let's touch on, what active listening looks like here in 2023 for young buyers.
Are we rolling? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, so active listening is just so incredibly important in both of our professions, really. I can't tell you how much business I've earned from people that have came to me and said, our real estate agent just did not listen to us. Our budget was $300,000. They were sending us stuff that was $400,000. And it was frustrating because felt like they were being pushed. And
It's not a good feeling.
no, not at all. Not at all. And, that's such a huge portion of our job is just to listen. But, when it comes to active listening and taking those notes and writing those things down and keeping tabs on your people, it's much easier to do our job effectively and in turn end up being successful in whether it's, finding them a house or helping them sell a house, whatever it is, getting pre-approved.
Well, yeah, you're not making assumptions.
No.
And when you ask better questions, you don't have to ask as many questions.
Exactly.
And it still amazes me how often I hear the professional just continue to talk about all these great things they do, and not to say that's not important, but what's most important is serving the client. And we've talked about this. It's that triangle of trust.
Yeah.
The client's at the top, and we're supporting them based on their goals and what's most important to them.
Yeah. It's not about us.
No, it's really not.
And it never has been and never will be, but you're totally right saying that, a lot of people get caught up in explaining, their successes and what they've done and their track record and, here's what I can do for you, but they don't ask the appropriate questions in order to figure out, what their wants and needs are, and in turn, create a positive and successful experience for their clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've admired you as you've, just grown into this professional that is truly just taking off and making huge strides because you do put your client first. And
Thank
when
you.
you do that, the results are just naturally going to come.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And, I get so much satisfaction out of that too. Once you kind of figure out the formula and you go in and you ask these proper questions and you get these answers from these people and you apply them to the whole entire process as a whole, the results are amazing. Again, like I said, I've had so many people approach me that, they weren't listening, or they weren't showing us the right things, or they didn't care about us. That was a huge, huge thing that people would tell me. Felt like they didn't care. Mm-hmm. And again, a big pointer of, not caring is that you're not listening. So,
yeah. And then that window is gone, because you're then saying things that contradict what the person had already told you they wanted. So that level of trust, that battery of trust, goes down.
It goes down.
And getting that back up, no small task.
And it exhausts people too from, what the goal is, which is, in this instance that we're talking about, home ownership. And that's a huge step for people in life. And most people, only buy 4 or 5 homes throughout their whole entire life. And it's our job as the professional to guide them on the right path. And I can only imagine how frustrating it is to go through something like that, or exhaust, 2-3 real estate professionals, which is what we're supposed to be.
Well, and think about the amount of time and energy and stress that's created by not paying attention to the things that matter the most.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, people's time is precious. Mm-hmm. And so, it's our duty and responsibility to not only take our profession seriously, but to continue to evolve and teach on the most up-to-date and current trends, what's truly going on in the marketplace. Because every market, too, is different. What's happening on the West and East Coast is not the same as what's going on hyper-local in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, completely different. Completely different. And kind of back to your point, that's why I appreciate our relationship, is because you're an effective communicator. We get along very well. And sort of the triangle between, us and then the client, it's imperative that we have that level of communication so nobody feels like they're left in the dark either. Because we don't see a lot of the back end stuff, people packing up, putting things in boxes, talking to their people at the apartment complex. Hey, we're going to end up breaking our lease, or hey, our lease is up and we're not going to be renewing. We don't see, these huge things that people have to deal with. So, the very least we could do is be strong and effective on our end, and have that relationship.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then, in turn, it's like, okay, well, you build rapport and there's trust there, because we know we're synchronized as much as possible. And through that journey, the more proactive we can be around at the core, back to what's most important to them, we're going to make the best decisions in those moments for our client.
Yeah, we have to. And, big picture too, the whole goal of this is to have lifetime clients as well. So if we can't provide a good experience for them the first time around, we're never going to have the opportunity to work with these amazing people again. So.
No, it's so true. It's, you got to be on your toes, as I talk about. I like to use a lot of analogies, sports analogies, but, playing soccer almost, my entire life, up until I was like 23, you always had to be on your toes, because that one time you're not, could be, it could be extremely costly.
Yeah, it could be detrimental. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But everyone needs to have a team on their side that are working together, and it's fun knowing that what we're doing is truly impacting people.
Absolutely.
At a high level.
Yeah, and that's the ultimate goal, is to make a big impact and to help people in an extremely effective way, to where, we can help others out. Maybe it's referrals, or, just have that reputation of providing top-notch service, especially in a small town like Omaha.
Yeah, it is a big, small town, and
people talk.
They do talk, which I like too. That keeps people on their toes.
Exactly.
You got to do what's right, and doing what's right maybe isn't putting money in your pocket, but when you give out, just in general, you just give without the intentions of nothing in return. Yeah, it's always going to come back.
It does.
I truly believe it.
It does. And sometimes at the moments that you need it the most too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I appreciate you, Chandler. And I love that we have partnerships, with people like you that can continue to just do what's right for the people out there.
Yeah.
So we can have clients for life.
Yeah.
They trust us to take care of them on number 1, 2, 3, or however many opportunities come their way.
I feel exactly the same way.
So
Yeah.
let's go.
Awesome.
I think we covered some good ground there in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We got some good micro content right there.
Yeah.
Was there anything we didn't cover? I mean, we covered the active listening, communication, triangle of trust, touched on the market here.
Yeah. Is there anything while we're sitting down where we could just,
Yeah, quick hit.
yeah. Well, you're
Maybe like the Tuesday updates,
Tuesday updates.
as far as just how you saw the Tuesday updates. I don't know if that would be
I can start off.
helpful
One of
for
my
people.
favorite things that you and Ben do.
There we go.
Perfect.
3, 2, 1.
So one of my most favorite things that you and Ben do are the Tuesday updates.
The Tuesday updates, that one thing transformed my business prior to having, a team.
I believe it.
And like, I cannot tell you how much more peaceful the whole process became once the expectation was set, which when you talk about something out loud and you tell everyone, okay, Tuesdays you're going to hear from us at a bare minimum every Tuesday moving forward.
Yeah.
So you have to deliver on that promise.
Totally.
But when you deliver on that promise, people aren't just randomly calling and texting and emailing you on what's coming next because they know when they're going to hear from us again. So it sounds so simple,
Yeah.
yet it's so effective. And that's where the video text with such an emotional process, like them able to see you eye to eye, whether that be our client, which is most important, buyer's agent, listing agent, everyone gets that emotional high trust.
Yeah. And it's tailor-made. It's
And you
tailor-made.
felt like that was differentiating.
Oh, 100%. I always
text.
felt like I was in the loop. Yeah. Yeah. The Tuesday updates are great. They're amazing. And, I look forward to them. I really do, because I feel like I'm kept in the loop. I'm not left in the dark. I know what's going on at all times. And, we get a busy schedule sometimes. And so to just have that video in place, I know it's coming, is wonderful. Plus, I always like seeing your guys' faces.
Well, we enjoy seeing your face too, Chandler. And you know what? That's what's beautiful. Now, you can always get a little bit better. We may just add some text captions on there. So then if you're driving we don't recommend driving and watching the video, but those little tweaks always help.
Yeah.
So
You guys crush it.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got some cuts there. Cut a little fat out, but that was good. I like that. I think we covered some good ground there. Anything else?
It's all real estate gear related.
We could do a quick.
You're going to turn this into 2.5 hours of editing.
Jesus, Dana.
It's all right. You got 8 minutes here to fill up your hour.
Fill her up.
Fill her up.
Should we talk about mindset? Or keep it real estate specific?
No, we don't have to keep it real estate specific at all.
Is it just rolling right now?
I'm rolling right now.
So you can just keep from start to finish, just keep audio from the sides and main. Just
Well, I
one.
can just give you one cut of this thing from one angle if you want to keep it on the cheap end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just straight first angle there.
But you can, no, I'm just saying if you could do it, we could do this straight angle and then side angle from the entire time Chandler and I were talking.
Are you talking about like how I did you the reels?
Yeah.
And then are you going to edit together the angles then?
Yep.
Okay, so you just want footage
Yep.
with the audio on it.
Yep.
Okay.
From
Okay. Cool.
3 different angles. So obviously it's going to take you more time, but I trust you. So just let me know what that is.
I was going to say, I feel like
Yeah, we'll just chat.
if you want to be a mover and a shaker in this world, you got to kind of get your body right to help your mind get right.
I like that. Which in turn then allows your whole aura and spirit to be right.
Yeah.
It's all intertwined way more than I was ever taught or knew or had any comprehension of.
Yeah.
Strong mind, body, and spirit.
Totally. I feel like I can't perform properly when my body isn't right and I'm not nourishing it, or I'm not going to the gym and working out, or at least getting it in motion of some sort.
Yep.
On a
Exercise
consistent
and good
basis.
food
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, it's really easy to get in that rut where you aren't going to the gym, you aren't feeding yourself real good food, and it's tough. I mean, I get it. Not a lot of people can say they do that, but I feel the best, 100% hands down, when I am going out and going to the gym and taking care of myself. Mm-hmm. And it just requires a little bit more effort.
It does.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter how consistent you've been over however amount of time, it's still hard.
Yeah.
Like you still have to wake up and do the work.
Mm-hmm.
But by doing that work is what allows you to just get in the right state of mind.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise you're going to feel like shit. You're going to have shittier feelings, thoughts, emotion, and in turn that's going to spill over and you're not going to effectively be able to help anyone else.
Yeah, it sets the tone for your day completely. Completely. I can't tell you how many times that I've left the gym, gone home, gotten ready for the day, and I feel confident. I got one thing checked off the list already. I took care of myself, and now I can go out and take care of other people.
Yeah, it's momentum. I always talk about it. It's like you got to fill your own. It sounds selfish, but you got to fill your own bucket first before you can fill others.
Yeah.
Because if you're hollow inside,
you can't do anything.
you're toast.
Yeah.
You're toast.
Exactly.
So, no, and I always enjoy the conversations we have around that, whether it be talking about, cold plunges or early morning workouts.
Cold showers.
Cold showers, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that since I haven't been doing as much of the cold ice baths, even just, whether it be for 10, 30 seconds, a minute, just knowing that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, enter the shower and it's ultra cold.
Yeah.
Every time it takes my breath away.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't feel good every single time.
Right.
But it's like that was hard. And now it's like you're creating these check marks. Hard, completed, hard, completed.
Yeah, well, and those cold showers or those ice baths create like a huge area of discipline in your life. Nobody wants to get out of their warm bed in the morning and get in ice cold water. But if you force yourself to do it, there's multiple things throughout the day that we don't want to do. But we have to get them done. And like I said, that sets the tone. I did this. That was hard. Why can't I go do this? I have to do it.
Yeah.
Let's get it done. Eat your frogs in the morning, as they say.
Amen. Amen. Because, it can be a bitch, but that's
Absolutely.
life. You learn more from the tough times than you do from even the good ones.
Yeah.
And that adversity, as long as you continue to tackle it head on, be the buffalo going through the storm,
Yeah.
you're going to find a way.
It stands true all the time.
So, and I think the differentiators that the way they live life and tackle those things head on, there's a direct correlation to how successful they are in life.
Completely. And the people that I've met and I've surrounded myself with, none of their lives have been particularly easy, whether it was by choice or by nature. But they were able to make real impact and waves and do amazing things.
And that's the kind of stuff that'll give you goosebumps. I got them right now. 'Cause
Yeah.
if you want to impact and influence, and that doesn't mean you have to impact and influence to the masses.
Right.
There's the whole quality and quantity conversation too, but the mindset's a big piece of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I applaud you for taking that serious at a younger age, and but it's a lifelong journey.
Totally. Well, and I'm very fortunate and blessed that I got guys like you that text me, "Did you work out today?
Right.
What are you working on?"
I feel like I'm talking to my younger self. Right.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, I always appreciate you.
Yep, right back at you. Till next time.
Yep.
Boom.
Sweet. Look at that.
We did it.
159.
We even spared Dana a minute.